Although the later days of November do not typically get the credit that they deserve, the recent action did not disappoint. Bucks were on the move, and several people took full advantage. The last few days of November can still provide solid opportunities at mature bucks. Find a late cycling doe, and you may also find yourself staring at a trophy class buck. On the afternoon of November 20th, Max Mongrello heads to a large standing bean field known to load up with does.
Well, here we go for the afternoon of November the 20th. I'm kind of still on my struggle bus, other than yesterday having multiple encounters with one of my targets' grandpa. I actually saw him 5 times, including the walkout where I busted him, but been hitting that area pretty hard, so we decided to make a move. And this afternoon we're sitting over a standing bean plot that should look pretty familiar. This is where Mike filled his late season tag last year. Very grateful for him to sending me down here. It's been a lot of good looking mature bucks out in these beans and all around the last month or so, and nobody's hunted here this entire year yet, so I'm breaking the ice here on this farm. I'm excited about it. It's nice to have a change of scenery, and it's also nice to be sitting on a destination food source, standing beans. I don't have anything like this, so this is a treat. So appreciate you, Mike. We're gonna sit it out and hope we have a field full of deer by the end of the night. So we've got a couple does already out. Seen a buttonhead down in the corner, so we're gonna sit it out till dark, see what happens.
"150 miles to the northwest, Zach Larson is gearing up to try his luck at harvesting the giant frame 10-pointer he has chased for the majority of the month.
Afternoon, guys. It is November 20th. After that wind switch today, we decided we had to pull out of the mini farm and make a move on the sticker 10. He was daylight about, as a crow flies across the creek, about 150 to 160 yards. Looks like he was on the search for a doe. We know he lives in this bedding just over my shoulder here, and that's where he's very regular, so we're hoping to possibly catch him cruising through right here. It's the main corridor in and out of the bedding right here, going up to the food. The food is corn. It's a cut cornfield that a lot of the does have been piling in at night. So we're kind of hoping that as the does come down this trail, he's going to be right behind him. With any luck, we can get a shot at him about 20-25 yards. I'd really like to catch up with this deer. He's kind of had an arrow picked out for him since he showed up, so we'll see how it goes. Well, it's about 3 o'clock, and we haven't seen a single thing. So once we got up in the tree, I realized that I forgot my rattling horns, and I planned on using them tonight. So I know this sounds crazy, but I'm going to run back to the truck and grab them because I have a feeling I'm going to need them.
While Zach makes the journey back to the vehicle for his rattling antlers, Max is experiencing the expected steady deer movement. Unfortunately, Max sits the remainder of the evening watching the bean field fill with does and young bucks, but nothing mature enough to make him reach for his bow. Immediately after returning to the tree stand, Zach puts his rattling antlers to good use.
I just shot the biggest deer in my life, dude.
Listen.
He just crashed?
I think he just went down.
He just crashed. I just shot the biggest deer of my life. Oh my God. Can you believe that? I'm shaking so bad. He's a giant.
Dude, I'm shaking.
Oh my God, can you believe that? Can you believe what just happened? After all the crashing around.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm shaking too.
Oh my God.
Bro.
Oh my God.
You don't even know what you just did.
Oh my God. I'm gonna fall off the tree. I need to hang on. Oh my God. Oh my God. You have got to be kidding me. Dude. I gotta call Dad.
What a giant.
Did you see him coming through the trees? He's
Yeah. I couldn't see him at first. I could just hear him coming. I couldn't find him in the. Oh, dude.
I gotta call Dad.
Absolute code. He's so big.
I gotta call Dad.
Hey, what's up?
I just smoked the sticker 10.
You gotta be kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
You have got to be
This
kidding
is
me.
the biggest deer in my life. Smoked him at like 25 yards.
Oh my God, Zach, you gotta be kidding me.
We heard him crash like 100, 150 yards.
Oh my God, my knees are shaking right now. I'm about ready to fall down.
You should see me. It's covered. Oh yeah, look at that. Is that him?
That's him. That's him right there, dude. I see the white belly. Zach.
That's him.
Zach, what is that? Oh,
He died right where we heard him.
dude, look at the blood all right here. This is where he did the death drop.
Run. Dude, we did it.
God, look at that. Oh, look at this.
He's been dead for a long time.
He died when we heard him crash.
Yep.
Well, here he is, guys. This is the absolute biggest deer of my life. I mean, I literally can't believe it. This is 3 years of history come to a close on this deer. This is a deer I call Sticker 10. Last year I came up with that name. He had a big sticker off the front, about 4 or 5 inches off of his base, and looks like he kind of lost it. I mean, he's got a little bit of a sticker there, but threw some flyers off of this side that he had broke off, and some random base points, but overall, I couldn't be happier. Ron and I have absolutely grinded this season, and just when we thought nothing was working, this happens, and it's just an incredible feeling. I mean, I can't even begin to explain the feelings I'm feeling right now. And I mean, the way things have been going, it just feels like our season absolutely has flipped on a dime. So, I mean, this is probably gonna hold the biggest buck of my life for quite a while, if not for the rest of my life. So the Sticker 10 story has come to a close.
Also looking to fill a tag on November 20th, Nolan Redeker heads solo into the Kansas hardwoods with his bow in hand.
Well, I'm just getting set up this evening. I was running real late. I had some stuff going on this afternoon. But I just climbed up in the tree. I'm in a spot I haven't hunted in several years, and this is an interesting stand. I'd much rather be in a Novix, got a homemade stand, no seat, and on this tree that's tiny around. But hey, it's so crazy it just might work. We've got a couple shooter bucks on this property. It's a real small farm. Only a couple times in daylight, but I think they've got to be in here more than the camera show. Good spot to do some calling. They got a big CRP patch out here in front of me, and then this draw connects two pretty good bedding areas, so probably will do some calling tonight, and I doubt I'll see a ton of deer, but maybe I'll see the right one, so should be a fun little sit, and we'll see what happens. I got that buck. Oh, that deer came in from clear out the CRP. And oh, I think that's the buck we have on camera here. I just couldn't let him walk. He came in too perfectly. And I think I smoked. I've had to get 2 lungs. I might have been a smidge high. He ran over that way and I haven't heard a single noise. I could see blood just pouring already when he was at like 10 yards from the shot. Oh, my heart is pounding. Oh, that deer it's a nice deer. I don't know if he's the one we have on camera or not. I just couldn't let him walk after. And he had me at a stare down. I drew my bow and there was one limb covering, and I was worried he was about to bolt, and I had to shoot or else, because I don't think he was going to take another step forward. I hope he's down. The blood was pouring out, but oh, I'm shook up. That was awesome. It's got a lot of blood on it. There's some blood right there. It's definitely got bubbles in it. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's getting nervous. Blood was starting to run out. Well, we got him out here this morning to get a better look at him, and it's been such a long season this year. This is my 40th hunt. Last year I killed my buck on November 19th, this year on November 20th. And I've had so many opportunities. I've just seen a lot of good deer this year. But never had a great opportunity to have one close, and he's the first shooter I've had in range, and it was almost perfect. He was turned to go to my west, as you guys saw, and I had to rearrange a bunch in the tree, but it ended up working out after I had to hold my draw back for almost 2 minutes, and there was one stick right over his heart, and I was trying to get up over that stick, and I was worried he was about to bolt, So I went ahead and shot. He did duck the shot a little bit. We were worried it was a bit high, but he only went like 100 yards. So it's been an awesome season. I can't wait to hopefully shoot some does and maybe even get back to Nebraska if I'm lucky. Just a beautiful deer and a beautiful way to end my season.
400 miles to the northeast, in Iowa, Jared Mills is heading into the river farm, hoping to end the legendary story of Mourinho.
Alright, it's afternoon, November 22nd, and Ethan and I are settled in here at the river farm. Got a really calm evening. Just a few little gusts here and there, but not much wind at all. It's dead quiet out here. We decided to make a run at Mourinho tonight. For really no reason other than I know I have to be here to kill him. I don't really have any intel on him. I know he has been shot. He was shot recently, but not recovered. And so I'm hoping he is in here and still alive and doing fine. It's been that kind of year. Just to give a little bit update where we're at, we're trying to find some new target bucks now. Haven't talked about it much, but pretty much the top of the hit list is all dead already, between getting killed by guys moving in on the property lines to getting hit by cars, being shot and not recovered. It's been a pretty unprecedented year for pressure around the areas I hunt. And so that's made a challenge. You know, you kind of work all off season long preparing or thinking ahead of hunting certain deer, and all those deer are pretty much gone. So now we're focusing on new areas, except for obviously here with Mourinho, but everywhere else focusing on new areas, trying to both find the deer, pattern the deer, and learn how to hunt the general area. So we've got our backs up against the wall here. We've got a couple weeks before shotgun season to try to get it done. Really good conditions tonight, temperature-wise. It's going to warm up the next couple of days, but right now it's stayed cool all day long. And you would think it's about that time where these deer are going to start hitting the food. So we're sitting over some brassicas tonight, can see some beans. There is a nice looking 6x6 in here. It looks to be mature. I'd like to see him in person because I believe he might be a shooter as well. So that gives us another option. Also got Ethan with his bow in the tree, and there's a couple bucks we've been encountering in here too that are mature and will be candidates to get narrowed tonight. We've got a couple hours till sunset and gonna settle in and hope for a good evening. I think it's Stubbs. Is it? Pretty sure. He's on the other side of those willows. Walking right. He's gonna like be going towards that clearing. About 15 minutes left here, and the deer are actually moving pretty good right now. Unfortunately, they're all really far away, mostly feeding in the beans. There hasn't been anything come in feeding these turnips. So this cold weather has them in the beans, and unfortunately our beans are taken over by the foxtail and ragweed and some tall vegetation. Makes it really hard to see in. There's a bunch of deer out there, but all I can see is just occasional glimpses of bodies. We did see that Stubbs buck. He was one of the first deer out. Man, it's crazy. I wish I could get a pattern on one of these other big deer like I have on that buck. He's bedded up in the same spot every time. I was hoping he's gonna come in here and Ethan will get a second chance at him, but he must have kept going down through the beans because we never saw him again. I'm sure the camera doesn't do it justice just because they're so hard to see, but it was good to see a good number of deer tonight. Tonight showed me the deer definitely moving back towards food, which is what you'd expect this time. So hopefully these bucks also move to food, if for nothing else, to find some of these last available does.
to be forgotten, Central Iowa's Matt Dykstra was out that morning, still hoping to punch his first tag of the season. An intense encounter leads to Matt placing his bow tag on a great deer as the buck attempted to pick a fight with his decoy.
A lot of good-looking, mature bucks out in these beans and all around the last month or so, and nobody's hunted here this entire year yet, so I'm breaking the ice here on this farm.
I just crashed. I just shot the biggest deer of my life. It's been such a long season this year. This is my 40th hunt. Last year I killed my buck on November 19th, this year on November 20th.
The final third of the month proves that in hunting, sweet November can giveth and taketh away. Zach Larson justified that his rattling antlers were worth the trouble of a return trip to the vehicle as he arrows the Sticker 10, a true deer of a lifetime. As mentioned, November did its share of taking as well. Hunting mature whitetails is no walk in the park. It's not easy, and we don't always reap the benefits of our hard work and dedication. And that is where some of us sit as we continue chasing November.